Hello there, Site-42 staff. Welcome to a bonus coffee break with Dr. Sherman. As always, this is a coffee break with Dr. Sherman. This is an extra stream. We got lucky today. I had a break in between testing. And as always, Site Director Sherman is here to answer your questions about the SCP Foundation universe, whether it is the anomalies we contain, the staff who contain them, the hypothetical anomalies you would love to see us contain, but we can't because of copyright issues, and of course, the groups of interest who rival our views on what to do with the anomalous. All of these questions I am here to answer for you while I am out in the field for a little bit. Smallish Games, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being a member, as well as Sheeny. Good to see you. Chaos Goblin Dogs, Jacob. All of you, good to see you in the field. Meanwhile, Infected, Zach, and Lolbit, good to see you in the chat, just for being members. Just got to get some help here for... We do not want the kind of genie you find in a can of Spam to assist us today. So I've got that settled. Happy 4th of July. Well, I would say that it is a fine enough 4th of any month to be. Maybe you have the America Fuck Yeah theme song playing in the background if you're a South Park fan. Little Artist Boy, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being a member. You were drowning in a river. See, did you follow that shark punching center idiot from yesterday to go punch sharks? It's a bad idea. I warned you all. I warned you all. Zairdrin, good to see you. How you doing, buddy? Spam Genie, yeah? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Sheeny. An anomaly in our database that one must be aware of because it is, after all, a reality-bending entity. It's important to keep your eye on these. The only reason we haven't let Clef do his thing with it is because, as is the code name of the anomaly... Hold on, my data pad is as slow as ever. The exact kind of genie you expect to find in a can of Spam. Waiting for it to load. It didn't load because, of course, the data pad is going to make a fool of me. There we go. I got it. SCP-4655 is a can of Spam that as soon as you... it's an empty can of Spam, and if you shake it or turn it over, it spawns this little bugger who will grant you wishes. But the wishes have a very limited usability. It wished for, when you wish for a heavy stone, it generated a 2.2 kilogram stone that manifested above the genie and crushed it. If you wished it for something strong, the genie would lift the stone from the previous test and then show off how cool it was. If you wished for $1 million, it would give you a stack of bills worth $1 million LRD, which is Liberian dollars, and it was approximately worth $6,200. If you wanted to wish for a way to more effectively limit the influence of opposing groups of interest to the Foundation, it manifested a Molotov cocktail and a lighter. So, it's not wrong. It's just limited in its scope. No, Duma, it's not a troll. The genie is doing its best, okay? When you wish for unlimited power, it responded with an 8-pack of AA batteries. Bro, I need $100. No, intern Abdullah. I know that you are the broke god in disguise. 051 is not here, and you are not allowed to ask for any money in chat today, okay? Doc, out of character, but I just got traumatized because a firework was flying at me. Not an anomaly, and almost hit me, but aside from that, how's your 4th of July going? Devil's Child, I am glad that you did not, in fact, get injured. So as a born and bred Florida man, I have dealt with a subsidiary of horrible firework-related dangers. Me and my buddies decided to, bury an aerial mortar shell in the dirt to see what would happen when it exploded. And then it didn't seem to explode like a dud. And my buddy goes over to look at the firework, and it blows up basically in his face. Thankfully, he was wearing his glasses, because one of the shrapnel hit his glasses and melted a little piece of the glass. So if he had not been wearing glasses, that would have been very bad. But Florida man perseveres. Do not do this at home. It's a terrible idea. Do not trust Florida man to do anything. Marcus Pope, my shirt is glorious and golden, and you can stop being jealous, okay? Now, remember, when I'm in the field and I have limited screen space, if there are donations under $5, I find it difficult to see them. So I will go to the other menu where those low dollar donos happen, but it is easier for me to see if it's $5 or more because it pops up in this single menu. Jacob, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some hot off the grill cheeseburgers on your way past the commissary. And Jedi appears, using Force suggestion on your mind to have you believe the tree is screaming. What do? That only works on weak-willed individuals. And trust me, even if it were just about the will to make the tree scream, my will, indomitable. Even just about the tree, let alone all of the other things I have going for me in the cognitive resistance value department. I don't have to worry about recognizing the bodies in the water. How about you? How about you? Kyla, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a cheese dog on your way past the commissary. Falls from the ceiling. Hi. Hello. Phenoreactor, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a ice cold cola on your way past the commissary to celebrate the 4th. I'm back, not dead. What'd I miss? By the way, how are you? Ooh, you certainly missed something in the last 2 streams. It has been a crazy week. I went into the field to see a once-in-a-lifetime anomalous incursion event and ended up trapped sparring with the shark punching center for a day. Meanwhile, it seems like Captain Tiberius Sherman taught you guys all about punching sharks for some reason. What a useless skill. Where are you, at a gym? No, Rami, I'm at a stakeout location. Yes, the stakeout location is a gym. But I'm at the gym staking out an anomalous entity that is grilling at a park down the street. I need to make sure that it does not interact with any groups of interest. We think that it might have a contact with somebody, and if it does, we're going to bring them down. I gave the Shark Punching Center Dragon Slayer. I know, Frogman, and you said you'd get it back. Have you gotten it back yet? Or are you a failure of your word? Are you without honor, Frogman? Do what you said. I mean, if you need to punch the thing on level 7, you may need it. Ishini, okay, you got a point. But listen. In the ring, I'm all about the fancy footwork, which I do not have access to yet. Once I'm back on my feet, literally, then are they going to have a force to reckon with. Hey, how's the flying hand spider doing? Intern Stu, the flying hand spider is doing quite well. We have cleared up that little mess with people visiting the petting zoo without rocks. I mean, come on, it's right there in the name. And we have a severe lessening of the faces being eaten. I consider this an absolute win. Kyla, thank you for donating again. Totally wasn't on the ceiling spying on guards. You know, when you guys say that, it makes it look very suspicious, as if the thing you are saying you weren't doing is exactly what you are doing. I do not understand the youth and their inability to use any sort of covert action. Although it does make tracing the groups of interest much easier in this day of age, because no one can actually just do what they're doing. Amber, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being a member. You've got stakeout time tonight? Yes, I've only got a little bit of stakeout time before we head over to visit SCP-4546 and tell it about how cute it is so it feels better about itself. Did I get that designation right? 4546? I know it's in the title of the stream, but I can't see the title of the stream. Ergo, I've just got to guess if I've got it right or not. Yes, 4546. We need to improve 4546's self-image for experimentation purposes. Queen, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a cold one on your way past the commissary to celebrate the 4th. I'm late on updating on you this, but it's been a month since I touched SCP-113, and I feel much better. Dr. Queens, congratulations! One might even say, yes, Queen. Excellent news. Glad to hear it. Tiberius and I had a shark punching competition. Zerdrin, you got in a shark punching competition with a literal agent of the shark punching center? How did that go down? Phantom Reactor, thank you for donating again. Spider-Man is fighting predators right now. Comics. Do you mean like animals that hunt prey? Or do you mean schmexual criminals? Or do you mean dreadlocked aliens that hunt the greatest hunting game, whatever? You got to be really specific with that word, my man. Dream State, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a chili dog on your way past the commissary to celebrate the 4th. Master Chef, what are you doing on that wall? Yes, Master Chef, what are you doing on that wall and what are you cooking? Because I have to ask because I can't smell what the Master Chef is cooking. Kyla, thank you for donating again. Maybe it was on it, but one guard's totally flirting with a scientist. Ooh, are we talking gossip? Is there site gossip? Is there a new relationship? Do we need to call HR? Do I need to get them to sign a waiver of relationship having? That is kind of important sometimes. We got to make sure there's no crossed wires here at the Foundation. We got to be very thorough. Bro, give me $100. Are you kidding me? I'm not even going to give the Loch Ness Monster $350. You think I'm going to give you $100-inos? Come on. Dr. Sherman, good news. With help from 7/5 and a living A-10 Abrams, I managed to get 5514 back from the SPC. It's being sent to site redacted as we speak. Thank you, Frogman. A frogman of your word. Much obliged. Nice background. Is this the ballet room for the SCPs? Now, first of all, we do have ballet classes for the anomalies as well as staff. It's part of the Foundation Fitness Initiative. It's good for your health. It's good for your strength and agility. Ballet dancers, literally, in real life, are pound for pound the strongest profession. There was a whole thing about this. Professional football players were surveyed, and construction workers were surveyed. Everyone was surveyed, and pound for pound strength-wise, ballet dancers wore the most in shape, strong for pound strength gains. So keep that in mind. Ballet is an awesome exercise technique. It is great for all people, as long as they don't mind horribly mutating their bodies to conform to very strict standards. Ugh. Kyla, thank you for donating again. Is Plague Doctor able to do weddings? Because they doing something. I thought they were flirting. What do you mean? And why would the Plague Doctor officiate the wedding? I mean, it is French. So it is kind of that, le romance. But I honestly wouldn't be shocked now that I think about it. Phantom Reactor, thank you for donating again. Dreadlock Hunter Game Predators. Craven got involved. This could be a good opportunity to lock them all down at the same time. I just need to commission a very large net. Jill's Milk, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a hoagie on your way past the commissary to celebrate the 4th. What counts as an anomaly deserving of the SCP Foundation's attention? Medical anomalies happen all the time, but I've not seen those in the SCP Wiki. Pardon? Well, you have seen some medical anomalies. If you look at the -EXs, the explained anomalies, some of those are science we didn't know was normal until we discovered it and experimented on it. And some of that is medical in nature. Now, a medical anomaly, random chance, is not anomalous unless there's multiple iterations of the person having superior luck. Like SCP-7500, Luck of the Irish. That person has intense anomalous luck. So that's different than just a 1 in a million thing happening. That's called a medical anomaly, but it's not really anomalous. Kyla, thank you for donating again. Climbing on the ceiling, Spider Kyla. Climbing to spy again. Howdy do. It's catchy. Catchy. Dream State, thank you for donating again. Think I can run in and touch SCP-173 without dying? How long can you not blink while running? I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying you gotta get across the cell and back. Now, if 173 is close to the door, well, that's really easy, so that's not even a challenge. But if 173 is on the other side of the chamber, it's a pretty big chamber. So you'd have to run all the way there and run backwards without blinking. You're giving yourself a pretty severe handicap, so I'd say it's possible, but I think your odds are not in your favor. Question, if I got a crush on SCP-457, how do I tell it? I see your name is Pyro. I assume this is some sort of TF2 anomalous individual. But it is literally a humanoid entity made of fire. It will burn the flesh from your skin. You cannot mac on it. So trying to fraternize with it is a bad idea. A bad idea. Oh, by the way, I never gave you guys a time frame. This is a short coffee break, and so we are within the last 5 to 12 minutes of this stream. This is a for real coffee break. Stu, I already told you the flying hand spider's doing just fine. You gotta clear out your ears, buddy. I already answered you. Kyla, thank you for donating again. Listen, staff members are allowed to fraternize. You are allowed to date other staff members. In fact, it's the only people we can date. We can't date anomalies, obviously. We can't date from other groups of interest without going through some severe hoops and worries about being a double agent. And we can't date civilians. We can, but we have to hide our entire backstory and life from them, and it's pretty hard to be trustworthy at that point. So the only real easy people to date are other staff members. So if you're fraternizing with a staff member, I'm not worried. And maybe you shouldn't just, maybe you can give him some privacy now, Kyla. What if the staff member is an anomaly? That is a very good point, Professor Nill. Thank you for bringing it up and for being a member. My thought process is if they are trustworthy enough to be on staff, then they are trustworthy enough to get a HR pass for fraternization. But that is, it's got to be real clear. Like, we're not Omega 7 or Alpha 9, the anomalous task forces, the anomalies that help the task forces. You can't date them. They're not staff members. They are tertiary anomalies allowed to help the Foundation. I'm talking like literal staff members. How many fireballs do you think to take down SCP-682? Well, I've never done shots with SCP-682, but I don't think it likes cinnamon whiskey, so I'm gonna say it's probably gonna pass on that experiment. Kyla, thank you for donating again. Falls off ceiling again. He, I spy again. Depends on what you were spying on. Are you okay, Dr. Halo? I'm okay. Do I look like I'm not okay? I mean, I can see in the camera that the bags are a little heavy right now, but that's just because I had a lot of physical activity yesterday, sparring with the fucking shark punching center. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm so sorry. You can sacrifice me for testing if you want, Dr. Sherman. Hey, Stu, it's not that deep, yo. It's fine. I'm sorry I wasn't listening is fine. Yes, the flying hand spider is fine. You're fine. No big deal. Kyla, thank you for donating again. Totally didn't punch one earlier. Punch one what? Punch one what? You said you were spying on staff. Do not punch staff. Please don't push yourself too hard. Project Unfarmed, thank you for being a member, and I appreciate the lookout. I am towing the line for sure. I am doing my best to toe that line where I keep working, but I don't overextend myself, and when I need a rest, you all will know about it because I will not show up, and there will be a community post saying, I am out of commission for the day, give me a break. But for now, the daily streams are going really well. I've got some plans in the background that I cannot wait to show off to you if this works. It's such a cool idea. It's stupid, but it's awesome. And that's the best kind of idea. I'll let you know if it works. Obviously, I'm not going to jinx it by telling you early. Sheeny, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a shot of whatever on your way past the commissary to celebrate the 4th. Yeehaw. I thought Fireball Whiskey too, same wavelength. Hell yeah. Great minds at the Foundation. Dream State, thank you for donating again. SCP-999 is in the vents again. In the vents? That's not a good place for a slime to be. Although the adjoining vents will smell delicious. So you know, I can't be too mad, but coax it out of there with some Skittles, it'll be fine. What is the protocol if an entity approaches a staff member with intentions of a relationship? Intern Driscoll, you report that to HR immediately and to the containment specialist for that anomaly. We are not even joking about that. We are keeping that on lock. We are not letting that happen. Good choice, Sheeny. Fireball. Goofy Alien, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a plate of fries on your way past the commissary to celebrate the 4th. Dr. Sherman, are you hiding the Backrooms again? No, this is not the Backrooms. This is just an exercise studio that I use as a stakeout location when certain anomalies are in the area that I need to monitor. Even on the 4th of July, there's still work to be done after all. Dream State, thank you for donating again. Why don't you use MG42 instead of SMG? I mean, I'm not known for sharpshooting at all. I can throw a mean axe, though, if it comes down to it. But, yeah, I'm not a gun kind of guy. Kyla, thank you for donating again. Tail on fire, scrap. Don't burn down the site, please. Or, I guess, yourself. I'm going to bed now. Good night, y'all. Good night, Joe's Milk. Get good rest. We'll see you the next day. How would the gender-changing stone work if it was compressed into another type of stone? Would its abilities be changed or kept the same? Intern Diamond, we're not testing that because we don't destroy anomalies. They are very unpredictable. I would rather leave it as it is since we know what it does. And it's also very important to the Foundation's medical plan for transgender researchers. So we're supportive of that, and we use it to help them out as a part of our medical benefits plan. So we're not going to risk that. Is there an expert on queer studies on staff? It's a real area of study. They're usually in the medical division, either as therapists or as researchers. That way they can help out our staff members of that same thing. I fell asleep on your stream last night. I was so tired I fell asleep as soon as you started singing. Was just out. You know, that does not shock me. I was a little late last night, so I hope you slept well. I did too much art today. I'm sleepy now. You know, it is a good day to go to bed early and get some rest. Rather than worrying about all the celebrations out there, just put on some music, ignore the fireworks, and go to bed. If you're local anyways. A lot of you are not local and don't have to deal with that anyways. Billy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself a barbecue cheeseburger on your way past the commissary to celebrate the 4th. Time to put on a show. Anomalous skeleton starts causing pranks around the site. SCP-Spooky-J, you get the hell out of here. Stop messing things up. We got work to do, and you cannot be interrupting it with your rambunctious pranks, SCP-Spooky-J. Such a dick. Kyla. That's not Kyla. It just... Sorry. The, Dr. Pepper Dragon's profile picture on such a small screen looked like it, and I was just guessing. Hey, Dr. Pepper Dragon, thank you for your first donation to this stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a cold beveragino of your choice on your way past the commissary. There's a guy in security named Daryl. That Himalayan meat slab isn't a gun guy either. More lift you over his head and bring you down on his knee. Hell yeah. I mean, I'm not a big muscle thrower like that. I'm more of a dance around the situation, dodging Aikido style. But hey, I appreciate the physical arts. We want a dad joke. Okay. You know, it was doing such good behavior that we thought that we might be able to get SCP-457, the flaming person, a job here at the Foundation. But unfortunately, the entity was very lazy. It turned out we couldn't get the firework. And with that, it is time to end this coffee break so I can get back to my stakeout. But it was very good to see you guys for a little bonus stream today. As always, a very quick rundown. of the things I got to do at the end of stream tradition, starting with my favorite SCPs, which are not the SCPs that I wrote. That would be cheating, but you can see my SCPs at the Sherm's author page in Site42 Hub on the SCP Wiki. You can also become a patron or YouTube channel member to support us here at Site42 if that is possible for you. And if you can't afford that, no problems, as long as you're hitting the like button, subscribed, sharing videos, commenting on videos and streams and stuff like that. You are a member of Mobile Task Force Sci-42, codenamed the Signal Boosters, my heroes in hyping the SCP Foundation community's authors, the website itself, and the game makers and artists and film devs, everyone who makes SCP stuff. If we support them, we'll get bigger and better stuff. One day, we will have SCP the TV show and SCP the movie and SCP the musical. I will make this happen whether they stop me or not. And it's because of you guys, so I appreciate your help, Sci-42. Dream State, thank you for donating again. I found another SCP-555. Put it in a box, we'll get to it later. Now, in no particular order, my favorite SCPs are 3999, 3043, 008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, and SCP-8980, but that's a really rough read. Trigger warning on that last one. One more time, 3999, 3043, 008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, and 8980. Rough read on the last one. Also, I'm still highlighting the SPC tail. Don't go gentle into that Shark Night. Do not go gentle into that Shark Night is a 45 to 90 minute read. It is a cheesy 90s action movie starring the Shark Punching Center and a half man, half shark kaiju with fist tentacles. It's so badass. It's got a bunch of different SCPs in it. I'm telling people they gotta read this because it's long, and when an article is long on the wiki, people don't read it, but it is epic at the same tier as SCP-5000. You gotta see it. So, I'm throwing that in there. So with that, Billy, thank you for donating again right at the last minute. Contact Random Encounters for that musical, you might get it faster. If I can get on Random Encounters' radar, I am here for it. Let's fucking go. But with that, I have been Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director of Site42. This has been another coffee break with Dr. Sherman. I hope you guys have had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next video or stream. When the light is running low and the shadows start to grow and the places that you know seem like fantasy, there's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold with the truth, the promise in our hearts. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.